My love of the ocean definitely translates into shooting Ironman, and especially in Hawaii. There's been times where I've been in that underwater shot and I've been completely like in my element, and I've seen things that other people haven't seen because of that. You're sitting there with all this scuba gear on, two big rigs. You look at these fish and these dolphins going by you, and they're where they're supposed to be. We're just visitors in their backyard. You gotta have that respect, and you have to have just the experience to know how to handle different situations. I was an art major at UCLA, and I did more painting and sculpture. And I took a photography class, and it literally clicked. Rather than sitting over a canvas for like 50 hours, you had a split second, you either had it or not, you know? And right out of college, I got a job at All Sport Photography, which was the largest sports photography agency at the time. I've pretty much covered every major sporting event in the last 25 years. So I've covered 9 Olympics. Tokyo next year in 2021 will be number 10. I've covered about 15 Super Bowls, World Series, maybe 25 majors in golf, and shot probably the top athletes in the world for the top brands. And then I do a lot of stuff for Nat Geo Adventure, where I'm out in nature and adventure in the middle of nowhere. And I've been pretty fortunate in my career to see and do a lot. 2000 was my first Kona experience. And I remember just going there, just being blown away by like how rad of an event it was. There's that energy in there at the start that's palpable. You can really feel it, the adrenaline, and just how important it is for everyone to come up to that starting line and everything they needed to do to get there. You know, not necessarily everyone's gonna finish, but it's a hell of an accomplishment getting to that start line. Ironman for me has always been one of the more rewarding events to shoot. First time 20 years ago when I did that underwater shot, you know, and it's kind of been a you know, staple for me to get that shot every year. And I remember going underwater, getting in place, and just seeing that like sparked you know, an interest in me in the place and the people. You know, Hawaii is just an amazing island. It's just, you know, seeing the lava fields, seeing just the topography, so unique. You know, it's a very unique place. I don't think there's any place on the planet that's like it, and to have it as the backdrop of this event just makes it really, really special. You know, as a photographer, I got to worry about, you know, sea, land, air, you know, and then obviously the finish line, and then the finish at midnight, and all that stuff. So there's just a lot of pieces to the puzzle. My day starts off by 4 a.m.
Morning, Rock.
Then I get in the water about 5:30 or so, and I start getting, you know, the pros getting ready, warming up, and then go out. I kick out maybe 100 meters to the start, and then I kind of just sit underwater, and there's about, you know, 20 or 30 minutes when I'm just underwater and it's all quiet. You just hear all the commotion above you, and you see all these feet kicking, and it's just kind of a nice quiet moment before all the madness starts. Last year's prep was a little different because I had multiple rigs underwater because I had to shoot the still and the video portion for the TV program. So for one start I shot, you know, stills, and then for the next shot I shot video. And so I had to capture 2 different things and switch gears up, which made it a little more difficult because you know, you're thinking 2 different mindsets. You're thinking video, where you have to follow the action and you have to really be steady, and you have to think about motion, and then there's the photo side of it where you're just freezing one thing and thinking about exposure and sharpness of it. I could shoot, you know, a drone, launch it from the safe area we choose from, and get all those aerials pretty quickly, and then I jump into my moto gear and I go. It's a really physically demanding job. I don't think everyone can do it, and I don't think everyone can do it kind of the way I do it, where go from underwater to being on the back of a bike for 6 hours. It's hard on your back, it's hard on your arms, it's hard on your mind, and yeah, there's a physical challenge aspect to it, focused on getting the angle or getting the shot or getting my camera into the position to get the shot. So being physically fit and mentally fit is utmost importance. If I'm not mentally ready and confident in my skills and like how I feel in my body at that point, then I probably won't be able to do what I do. It's a mix of planning and preparation meets luck. So if I do things correctly, I'm going to put myself in the best position with the best backdrop and framing and an area where I think things are going to happen. In 2016, I always set myself up at the bottom of the bay, setting up for that underwater shot, getting there early, making sure my camera and everything's all lined up and everything's working properly. And looking up this time, I was in the corner of my eye, I see a hanu, green turtle, passing through the frame. And it kind of startled me because I've seen it before and after, but not right at the start. And this little guy passed right in front of me like he knew who I was, and he cruised into my frame. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, make sure you get this sharp, make sure you get it properly exposed. And in the back of my mind, I just thought, oh yeah, that's all ready, I just got to capture it. Whether you're a photographer or you work in the stock market or Ironman, it's all the same. Giving yourself the best shot to get a shot.